The most expensive lifestyle is the one you're maintaining for somebody else's approval. And that's what we're going to talk about. Another BMW buyer trying to do it for appearances. With that, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video. Watch the full video. Let's dive in.
Had a repo. It was a lot. So just kind of break it down for me.
He had a 2019 Kia Optima. He got it repoed due to non-payment. So now he does not have a vehicle. He is currently driving my vehicle, and he needs to get his own vehicle.
Why did he fall back behind the payments?
He does have a job. He is still working. The reason why he got the car repoed is because he felt that where he was living at the time was more important than paying his car note.
Somewhere super nice to live, or he was just like struggling between rent and the car payment?
I'm going to say it was a struggle. He was living here with me. I believe his note was between $530 and $540.
How much does he make a month?
I'm not for sure. Let me call him back here. $3,500 a month.
And how much is your rent right now?
He don't pay the rent right now. He moved back home with me.
Okay.
Currently, my credit was a 650 last time I checked.
And the repo you said was just this September, right?
Correct.
So 650 credit score is decent to get into a car. The only thing that might hurt you is going to be that repo. Do you have any money down to get into one of our cars?
Around 3,500.
All right, look, so for 3,500, I can either sell you a cash car. I got a 2008 Scion TC. We're selling for 3,500. Or I can get you into like a Toyota Camry, I think a 2018 with 89,000 miles. I think we're going to ask 19 or 20,000 dollars for that one. With 3 to 4 down, we may be able to get you in that.
From point A to point B, not necessarily for the aesthetics, for the flash.
You're right. Definitely got to listen to your mom because she's definitely spitting some facts right now. Look, here's the thing, right? You have $3,500 saved up. You make $3,500 a month. How old are you?
21.
I mean,
brand new 21.
Yeah, I mean, look, you could take the $3,500 you have saved up, buy a cash car. What do you do for a living?
Work at FedEx.
Living with your mom, you're not paying rent, and then you get a car that's going to be $1,200 a month, $1,500 a month. It wouldn't be a smart move for you to make. So I definitely would recommend listen to your mom. She's definitely giving you advice not to annoy you, but to help you become a better person. You should lower the expectation of getting to a BMW.
I grew up on listen to the elders because they know what they're talking about. But 21-year-old couldn't afford the Kia because of non-payments, got it repoed. You think a BMW is a good choice? You're playing with fire, my boy. But that goes to show you that a lot of financial pain starts with one dangerous sentence, right? What will people think has gotten people in so much trouble, especially when you're chasing validations and appearances and likes and comments and claps. And it shows you that a lot of these people that want these cars are really doing it for the wrong reasons. They're doing it for self-confident issues, and they're trying to hide it or mask, right, the self-esteem that they don't have. So when image becomes your investment, reality becomes the creditor, and you're always going to be paying. The kid is in a blissful situation. He lives with his mom, making $3,500 a month, has no rent. The kid could literally rack up $20,000 within the next 6 months. And the hardest person to convince is yourself. That's why people keep buying things. They confuse consumption with progress.
Drop my kids off at daycare. Let's talk about daycare. We pay $2,700 a month for our 2 kids. I have a 3.5-year-old and a 21-month-old.
Damn.
No shade to my kids' daycare. I absolutely love their daycare. I'm thankful for them. I trust them, which is big. That's Monday through Friday from the time that I'm working, which is 7:30 to 5. When you consider $2,700 a month, as a nurse in California, I make a pretty good hourly wage. But once you subtract the $2,700 after taxes that I pay for childcare, I'm basically working at McDonald's. So you can see how that would be frustrating for me. Now, in a lot of counties, if you make under a certain amount of money, you get childcare for free. That's right. I think in our county in Northern California, it's like $80,000. If you make less than like $80,000 as a family, you get childcare for free. We can't afford to have more than 2 kids. We literally cannot afford to have more than 2 kids because we have to pay for our childcare, which is sad. This is why a lot of moms, after they have kids, it doesn't make sense financially for them to work. Now, I'm not saying take the childcare away from the families that need it. Absolutely not. You know, what I am saying is let's make it free for everybody. Okay, let's make it free for everybody. At the bare minimum, let us write it off, right? Like, I would be happy with just, I'll pay the childcare, whatever. We have the kids. We understand that things cost money. Let us at least write it off. Are you kidding me? You make us pay for that after taxes, after we take out taxes, and you make us pay for that, and then we can't write off? Oh. Somebody said,
why am I paying $2,700 for one child? God, this is getting out of hand. I'm so over it. For one child? God. 12-month and a 3-year-old paying $3,300 a month for part-time. Yo, people are not broke for a reason, bro. Sometimes the system forces you to be broke. $3K for one kid in Chicago It's one of the reasons why we're stopping at 2 kids. Financially, that's all we can afford for daycare, to go on vacations and to send to college. I said it. It's the reason what's driving people from not having more children. My husband works during the day and I work during the evening. We rotate because we need 2 incomes and can't afford childcare. This is clever thinking. This is how you improvise. I like that. You're paying 32K for a year for daycare. Good gracious. I'm so thankful for my parents. I wouldn't be working if I had to pay daycare. We have 5. No. No. But at these prices, you're paying $10,000. Stay your ass at home.
I am selling my home and officially choosing to rent again because, let's be honest, the math just ain't mathin' anymore. I think one of the things I've realized through this process is that the system was designed for a time when things were different fiscally. If you're a millennial or around that age and you've been in the home buying process, you know that we're kind of inheriting a market full of homes that haven't been updated since the 90s, but they're still selling at outrageous prices. And that leaves us to bear the burden of all the years of deferred maintenance. Even when you look at new builds, they often lack the structural quality or the integrity that they used to. Things simply just don't seem to last as long. The cost of repairs and maintenance and materials seems to have gotten pretty crazy since the pandemic. I work hard, I have a great job, I have a great salary, but I still think about how a single salary used to provide for a family of 5, pay off a mortgage, whereas today I can barely afford the upkeep of my home. And I know, people with 2 salaries who are struggling or in the same boat as I am. I think it's totally okay to look at a system that doesn't work for you, choose to opt out or follow your gut or listen, find something that works better for you. I'm taking my capital and my money that I've made from this house, choosing to invest it in other ways outside of homeownership. I'm walking away into hopefully peace of mind. I'm so excited. I can't even tell you how excited I am. Even when I was traveling over the 4th, I was thinking about my house and my yard, worrying about the grass growing too long, the weeds I would have to pull, hoping that the power didn't go out with the storms, all of those things that can go wrong when you leave your house. And I know that renting will have some of those still, but I think a lot of the burden that I feel now will be lifted when I choose to rent. For me, walking away from home ownership at this point in my life is the smartest financial move I can make. So trust your gut if you're feeling the same way.
I think the banks have done a good job to really do a good job lobbying and do a good job with all these reality shows and HGTV and right to convince people that if you don't own a house, you're not really chasing the American dream. You're not really successful. And people have been told their entire lives that buying a house is always the smartest financial decision you'll ever make. But nobody ever asks, like, smart compared to what? If you're buying a house that leaves you broke every month, was it really a good investment? If your mortgage, your taxes, your insurance, the maintenance, the repairs, it consumes your paycheck, who actually owns the house? You or the bank? Because the bank is banking on this situation. Now, in this economy, we have high interest rates, rising insurance costs, expensive repairs, property taxes, and the overall cost of living, making it very hard for any homeowner to survive in this economy. Sometimes the smartest investment, in my opinion, isn't the one everyone else tells you to make. It's the one you can actually afford. Affordability is important. Pre-approval does not equate or does not mean affordability. Get that out of the head. Somebody convinced you the wrong way. Somebody said, I sold my home in 2010. I've been renting high-end apartments since I invested through the years and was able to retire at 54. I continue to rent as it allows me flexibility to travel and move when I want. That's one of the things that traps you when you buy a house. And right now we're dealing with a pandemic that people cannot sell their houses. It's not a buyer's market and it's not a seller's market. It's a I don't even want to cuss. It's a bad show right now. Why is replacing 10 windows $25K or getting a new AC unit $15 to $20K? A leaking faucet is $350 and it still leaked until I fixed it myself. At this point, if you're going to own a house, you have to know how to fix everything yourself because the contractors and manufacturers are out of their mind. I've learned when you buy a house, there are 20 people lined up to just take your paycheck. And the first 5 will take your paycheck. The next 15, you're going to go into debt and credit card bills just to keep this house running. All for what? The American dream, I guess. Somebody said home owner insurance is about to price everyone out of their home. Yeah. Home ownership is not ownership. An illusion so that lenders make money. The banks have learned that we need to sell something for us to make a lot of money. How can we enslave people for 30 years, which then creates us a cash flow for us to continue? We need something in the middle What is it? Because a bank doesn't make money unless there's something in the middle, because they don't like liabilities, right? So they've learned, hey, let's put cars and houses. Mostly it was the house. Let's call it what? The American dream. That's why when you watch HGTV and you watch these reality shows that are about real estate, they always say, you've now gotten the American dream, a piece of the American dream. Stop it. It's better for you to rent because maintenance costs are out of the window and you can move anytime. And if you don't like the apartment or people and you don't like the neighborhood, you can move out anytime. With the house, you can't. You're stuck. The lack of maintenance and updating is ridiculous. My first home, I redid everything. Sold that, moved, bought, and had it to do it all over again. It's frustrating, expensive. No comment.
He's looking at a 540i BMW 2019, 72,000 miles. Clean Carfax, also was a certified pre-owned. Trying to get him approved right now.
We have a big B58 fan.
He loves the car. He's calling all his friends about it. Really trying to make it happen for him.
I would assume he's probably a first-time buyer, right?
Yeah, bro.
I just checked his credit report. He's a 564, the first-time buyer, and he only has a few credit cards. The biggest mistake that people make when they're going for a first auto loan is they open up maybe 2-3 credit cards, something small, and they charge them off. So worst thing you could do, even worse than having zero credit. But we're gonna do everything we can to obviously get him approved. He works at where?
Amazon.
He's been there how long?
1 month.
Did you ask him if he had a pay stub if needed?
Yeah, he does.
Okay, 1,500 down today?
Yeah, right now.
Did he drive the car?
Yeah, he loves it, bro.
Obviously, everybody loves 5 Series.
Interior is super nice as well. Head-up display.
If we need like a co-signer, I mean, did you ask him if?
I didn't ask him. That'll be the next step.
1,500 is the max you could put down?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a lot of the banks are declining this application. The reason being is he's asking for a $24,000 loan with minimal credit, and the minimal credit he had is charged off, so it makes it difficult. We do have a bank that's giving him pre-approval. It's a way to go. As long as he has money coming in, money coming out, we should be good. So go ask him to connect. Ooh, he's actually, hold on. Seems like the customer already connected to his account before. Unfortunately, a negative account. When that happens, it's an instant decline. Might have a way to go. It just would have to be a much cheaper car. Unfortunately, this customer has a max down payment of $1,500. He either needs to come back with a co-signer or more cash down.
So basically, you can't afford the BMW. 1 month at Amazon, $1,500 down. So I'm thinking the $1,500 down is the money you made from Amazon, and you want to use it to buy a BMW. Oh, he loves it though, man. He loves the interior, man. He's already telling his friends. Crazy. I think the banks and corporations have learned that insecurity is easier to sell than a necessity. Your necessity is to save as much as you can at this Amazon job because it's already physically demanding. You and the 21-year-old that we first reacted to need to stop playing this game of trying to chase people to like you. It's a very sad lifestyle, and it's a very sad reality. And the fact that you need a car to prove that you need this type of relationship shows you that they're not going to really like you for who you are, brother. You know what I'm saying? Young boys need to get their mindset first. And that's not how you get girls. If this is your plan to get girls this way with this BMW, brother, you're cooked already before the game starts. It's a blowout before the game starts. All right. And the payment isn't what's keeping people broke. I think it's the thinking that created it. That's what I'm saying. Y'all boys need to think. People like this economy is already hard. Why do you need a car? Your first buyer. Your cars are already charged off. You couldn't afford a Kia. You want a Beamer. This guy's making the same mistake. Oh my God, bro. The middle class is struggling because they're forced to struggle, right? They're being squeezed out. They make too much money. But the middle class also has a ego problem, has a self-validation problem that they really want to push towards other people. They have an insecurity problem. These BMWs and these houses that are being bought at high interest rates and not understanding the monthly payments that comes with it, the maintenance costs, the cost of ownership, all these things is really just driving people to lose themselves, which then they are forced to work jobs they hate for such a long time, which then they look at their paychecks and it's gone. And now they have to get into debt. All right. And the thing is, most people feel, again, goes back to insecurity. And the thing is that most people are so insecure that they try to outrun embarrassment. But you cannot outrun bad financial decisions because it comes with interest. And interest is not interested in you. It's just interested in taking all the money from you. So with that being said, I'm going to end it here. If you made it this far, I really do appreciate you. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Please hype the video, like the video. Those two things will push the video. And with that being said, be good, do good. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.